What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk. Like I told y'all, I'm coming live this morning. I would say beautiful day, but it's actually misty, rainy out here in Dallas, Texas. But hey, I'll be in beautiful sunshine, Florida soon. Wow, I can't wait, baby. Y'all just heard Flores speak, man. Just heard Flores speak. Man, you know what I love the most is that Dolphin Nation is actually rallying behind Brian Flores, y'all. The Miami Dolphin Nation is rallying behind Brian Flores. He has more support than any coach that I can remember us ever supporting, man. If he drive by me, but he has more support than any coach that I can ever remember us ever really supporting, man. And I'm excited about it. But man, I just listening to the words he was saying. Basically, we're evaluating. We basically, I think they're done evaluating the current roster. Every single player that we do have, they've already went through that process. And they asked him about Tannehill, and he basically said, you know, he's bitten me a lot. You know, he's basically got me. You know, he's got the better of me. You know, because Flores was calling defensive plays for quite some time now, and he basically been saying, you know, he's gotten the better of me, and it's kind of crazy. You just don't know. I mean, we know what direction we're headed, but you just don't know what our final take is gonna be, man. What's up, everybody? You don't know, like, it's just too much up in the air, man, because then they asked about Kyler Murray, and they were like, you know, he had a good year last year. I think he's a great quarterback. You know, they say I think he's a great quarterback and stuff like that. But guys, I don't think we're getting Kyler Murray at all. First of all, he's probably going to go in the top 5. I just really do believe that, okay? And Greer ain't one of those guys to be trading up to get nobody. It just, I mean, it just ain't one of those guys. We're not going to be giving away the farm to reach and hope that this kid works out, you know? I don't think we're going to be taking risks anymore, like, oh, let's give up this and that just to get this kid, and then the kid ends up being a bust in the NFL, because nothing's a guarantee. But then another thing Flores said that had me kind of like, oh boy, here we go. Man, it's more, it leads you back to, gosh, what are we going to do at quarterback? He said, you know, we evaluate the roster, you know, we develop you know, I look forward to developing a first-year player. I look forward to developing second-year players. Then he skipped and hopped all the way to 7 and said, you know, I look forward to developing 7-year players. I'm like, oh, Lord, Tannehill done been in the league 7 years. I know he ain't talking about Tannehill. And I'm just like, here we go. I mean, what is it going to be? What is it going to be? Yeah, I know y'all heard that. I know y'all saw it. You know, I look forward to developing first-year players. I look forward to developing second-year players. I look forward to developing 7th-year players. I'm just like, oh, gosh, man, you really just messing people's brains up. Like, can y'all make a decision already? Come out and say, this is what we gonna do. This is what we're going to do. He wouldn't commit nor decommit to Tannehill when they asked about him. He said, you know, we still making those type of decisions, you know. You know, Tannehill's a guy that's, you know, he had the better of me. He's had the better of me. So we're still evaluating and making those type of decisions. And I'm like, gosh, can you just get that one decision out the way and tell the people so everybody can just know? Because that's all everybody waiting on, whether or not we going to be keeping 1-7. That's just the truth. But I'm going to tell y'all, man, don't get mad. Listen, I think we're going guard in the first round. With the 13th pick, we're going guard. Matter of fact, it may not even be the 13th pick. We might trade back and get a guard in a later first-round pick just to pick up more draft assets. Just to get more draft assets, man. I don't know what they said. Oh, but yeah, man, it's just a lot of still unknowns. They still unknowns, guys. But I think, hey, it's coming soon. It's coming soon, man. It is coming soon, but we're gonna find out, man. I just want to, man, just come on, gosh, This is that hair pull-out moment. I ain't got too much hair to be pulling out, but this is the hair pull-out moment, man. There is no guard worth being drafted in the first round. That's why I said we'll probably draft back. And no, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You are wrong. And I don't like telling people they're wrong, but you're wrong. There are guards worth being drafted in the first round. There are actually 2 guards that's worth being drafted in the first round. Not only are they worth being drafted in the first round, but they're dual guards. They play tackle and guard. They play tackle and guard. The 2 that I've researched that are projected in the first round, they are dual offensive linemen. That's why I say I know that we probably gonna take one of them, because they're dual. They don't just play guard. They don't just play left tackle. They play left tackle and guard, both of them. And I don't even remember the exact names because I've been going through so many players, just taking a look at them and looking at them. And I'm telling you now, I have it for you, man. As soon as I get to Florida and I settle down, man, I have more details on this kind of information. But yeah, there are 2 guards worth drafting in the first round. And both of them are dual. They play tackle and guard. Both of them are projected first round picks. Both. One of them was projected around like 14. The other one was projected around 24. And my biggest thing is I like the fact that they play both positions. I like the fact that they play both positions, man. Oh, man. Get this over here. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. What he said, Will Greer is good and can blow through the deep downfield. Oh, man, all these quarterbacks gonna have flaws, man. All these quarterbacks gonna have flaws that you bringing out. Y'all lying to people when you say, no, not this person. This is who we need to draft. Kyler Murray this, Kyler Murray. All of them got flaws, man. And ain't none of them been on the NFL level. None of them been on the NFL level. That's why I be trying to tell y'all. None of them played on the NFL level. Y'all sitting there glorifying these players who done played college, and all it is film session in college. It's easy picking in college. They sit back there with the best offensive lines in football on a college level, not playing no defensive line talent like the NFL, and they around here picking defenses apart with no pressure. Same thing I told y'all with Patrick Mahomes, man. Y'all ain't want to listen. TD, you hating on Patrick Mahomes. And this was before the Patriot game. Shout out to Anthony Feliso. Hope you take Kiss the Rings lunch money this year. Hey, man, we taking more than that. We taking a soul. But listen, I shout out to you for the donation, man. Appreciate your love. I be trying to tell y'all, man. TD was talking about Patrick Mahomes before the Patriots game. Before it. I said, stop falling in love with these guys. Patrick Mahomes, TD, he had 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. I said, so what? He's sitting back there 6 seconds at a time. He's still in college. He's still in college. Still in college. Trying to tell y'all, man, stop falling in love with these young quarterbacks thinking they the next coming of Jesus or something. I don't know what y'all be thinking. Stop falling in love with these guys. Appreciate what they did in college and hope that it translates into the NFL. Stop automatically thinking that it is. Stop. Please stop. I'm passionate about that. Please stop. Because if you're a Dolphin fan, you should know better. We've been burned more than we haven't on college players that we thought. And if you look around the league, they've been burnt more than they haven't. Stop. Oh, this player do this, that, this. Yeah, on the college level. You 1 year, 2 year, 3 year football fans that's just getting into the game, just having an appreciation of the game. Stop. Trust me, man. History shows you. Go look at the last 50 first round picks of quarterbacks. You'll get the picture then. More than half of them ain't even in the league. Some of them survive after their rookie contract. But y'all be out here glorifying them because they win a Heisman in college and this and that, and this. Come on, stop that mess, man. You don't know what these guys gonna turn out to be in the NFL. The best college football quarterback of all time in college can come to the NFL and be a straight bum. Especially if they played at a big school. That's why I don't never really give too much merit on Alabama quarterbacks. You don't think Alabama have all 5-star offensive line? Think about it. You don't think Alabama has all 5 offensive linemen are 5-star and their replacements are probably 4.5 stars? Because think about the recruiting. But you glorify. Come on, man. Y'all got to put 2 and 2 together, man. All y'all do is look at their stats from college, but you don't look at the simple fact that they have. Like, go look at these kids' college film, man. I look at Kyler Murray, and when I hit film, I don't look at completion in a touchdown. Ain't nobody caring about no completion in a touchdown. Can some of y'all open y'all brain and go a little bit more granular? I want to challenge some of y'all in y'all life. Start thinking granular. And for those who don't understand what that means, just think more detail. Think more detail. It ain't the fact that, oh, he threw a deep ball and it was a touchdown. He's amazing. No, that's surface. Granular is he threw that touchdown. I mean, he threw that deep ball. It was a touchdown. Now, let's think granular. Was he under pressure? No, he had 5 seconds back there. I wonder what he would do if he had 2.5 seconds. That route wouldn't have even developed. The route wouldn't have even developed. Would he have seen his check down over here? But you know what? None of y'all know if he would have, because he always get that deep ball for the touchdown. Because he's playing against a college level defensive line that's giving him all day to throw the ball. And I ain't just talking about Kyler Murray. I'm not just talking about no Kyler Murray. I'm talking about all these guys. Y'all like, well, we need to get this one. Well, let's get this one. No, I mean, this one's better. Stop. I agree. Bring a young talent in because they can transform into greatness. Stop crowning them. Stop crowning them. I have a personal rule. You ain't got to have this rule. My rule is, after your rookie contract, the next 2 years after your rookie contract, that is who you are as a player if the team around you is legit. If you got the right team around you, then what you do your 5th and 6th year, that's who you are. That's who you are. I was telling people this whole time, Patrick Mahomes ain't what y'all think he is. I mean, I looked at that Seattle game early in the year. That was one of the first teams to get pressure on him, and they beat his behind. He didn't look like Mahomes. It was another game he only had 2 games like that. But people will ignore those games. They'll ignore those games. 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. I said as soon as he run up to a defense that's getting pressure on him, I want to see how he act in. And everybody on here as my witness. Everybody on here as my witness. So Patrick Mahomes has time. Did y'all see what Alan Hansen just asked? Alan Hansen just said, so Patrick Mahomes has time? I don't know if you saying that as a legitimate question. And if it was a legitimate question, I'm going to say yes. Of course he has time. Go watch the film. He has an average of 5+ seconds to throw the ball. Average. When the Dolphins quarterback, I don't care who back there, has an average of 1.9 seconds or 2.2 on a good day. But if you're not saying that to really find out, and you're like, so you trying to say Mahomes has time and you disagree? Then you don't know football because you don't watch it. You don't watch it. I've been preaching it all year, and then I proved it in front of everybody's face on the live stream, Patriots versus the Chiefs. What happened in this first half of the AFC Championship game? What happened? And I don't care if you don't like Tannehill, but Tannehill looked better than Mahomes. In that first half, Tannehill looked better than Mahomes. Tannehill look better than freaking Mahomes. Don't even care if you don't like Tannehill. And for y'all haters, right now I'm going to say I don't like Tannehill just to help y'all out. But he looked better than Mahomes in that first half. Mahomes looked like straight boo-boo trash in that first half. Taking sacks for 17 yards, 14 yards, 9 yards, 9 yards, 5 yards. Taking sacks that deep. Oh, but he escaped pressure a lot, TD. AFC Championship. And I try to tell you, and then another thing y'all better watch out for next year with Mahomes. The game plan is out on him now. It's out on him. It's out on him now. You don't think everybody gonna be dialing up pressure next year on him? Now if the kids step up and get up out of it and do what he gotta do, all the best for him. But just straight up, man, all I'm trying to say, stop it glorifying these college players, man. Everybody want to sit here and glorify these college players. Then they come in the, this is what y'all do. You glorify the college player. Then they come in the league and they trash. Then you blame everybody around them. Then they fix everything around them. Then you want to blame the coaches. Then you change the coach. And then finally, man, it's time to move on. Yeah, but you weren't one of those individuals saying let's move on 4 years ago. You following the same cycle that we've already done 3 times. We've already done it 3 times. Get your quarterback. Well, he a rookie, you know, it's growing pains. He trashed for 2-3 years, and now it's, man, we need a receiver. We needed this. We needed that. Blame everybody but him. And then whenever we fix all those things, now it's the coach. Fire the coach. Now you want to come back around to the quarterback now, like you. Man, I'll be glad when y'all start just calling it how it is, man. Calling it how it is. Calling it how it is, man. And then some of y'all get on me. Y'all say I'm not calling it how it is with Tannehill. If I was to rate Tannehill on a scale from 1 to 10, I would say right now, based off of the 7 years of Ryan Tannehill, Tannehill is a 6. See, some of y'all think I put Tannehill as an 8, 9, and 10. No, Tannehill is a 6. But just like Brian Flores said, not only did Brian Flores say it, but O'Shea even said it. Quarterbacks get too much of the blame. When it's everything around the quarterback, it takes everything around the quarterback to make the quarterback good, to make the quarterback great. Oh, these are O'Shea's exact words. 2 weeks ago, quarterback always gets the most flack, but people don't realize it's everything around the quarterback that makes the quarterback great. Everybody want to say it's the quarterback, but what's around the quarterback is what makes him great. You know why O'Shea said that? Because he came in and watched film while they was evaluating current talent. And he looked at Tannehill. And you know what I know he saw? He saw Tannehill is very accurate. Tannehill delivers the ball. But man, he looks real bad because he ain't even got a chance to do it consistently. I'll never forget that Vikings game, 10 sacks. Forget the 10 sacks. I will never forget when Tannehill ran the ball out of bounds and he was running back in the field of play. A player on the sideline from the Vikings offense was like, keep your head up. Tannehill running by him and he yelling at Tannehill, keep your head up, Tannehill, man. It's okay, man. I feel bad for you because your team ain't giving you no help. They ain't helping you at all. They going after you today. Your team ain't helping. The other team are on the sideline, y'all. The other team on the sideline, the other offensive player yelling at our quarterback, it's all right, Tannehill, keep your head up, man. Because your team ain't helping you out at all. They ain't giving you no help. They killing Tannehill today. For another player on another team to see that, sitting on the sideline watching it like, God, dog, they murdering Tannehill. And basically that offensive line ain't helping him at all. They getting to Tannehill in 2 seconds every rip. Every rip. Every single rip. And y'all want to ignore stuff like that and say, it's Tannehill. It's Tannehill. I don't care. Cut Tannehill today. My point ain't about to lobby for Tannehill. Right now, I'm lobbying for whatever quarterback we bring in. If we do bring in Kyler Murray, you're going to hear me saying the same thing if we don't fix the problem. It'll be the same thing. Hey, Murray, man, it's all right. Keep your head up because your offensive line ain't helping you at all. That's the point I'm trying to make. Some of y'all haters that don't want to hear it want to make it seem like I'm just lobbying for Tannehill right now. But you're wrong. I'm lobbying for whatever quarterback we going to have behind center. Our number one priority is on the offensive line, man. Y'all need to get that through y'all head. All this, oh, Kyler Murray and this Greer and this quarterback. You need to get through your thick skull that our number one priority is an offensive lineman. Offensive lineman. I don't care if we went with Brock Osweiler. Our number one priority is to get an offensive lineman. Number one. 2 offensive linemen, as far as I care. See, look at this. Bro, no one thinks Tannehill is dirt. We're wanting to fix our O-line and change QBs in the process. Alan Hansen, what are you talking about? You say no one thinks Tannehill is dirt. Do you, man, you might need want to read this chat, man. Oh, let's talk about Tannehill. Tannehill trash. Get rid of him. He a bum. He this and that, and this. Like, where you been? Where you been, bro? Plenty of people been thinking that. Plenty of people. Tannehill is below average, not a leader. Below average, not a leader. You know what I'm curious about, y'all? Watch this, y'all. Watch how ether some of these people. Is Russell Wilson the leader? Hey, why don't y'all put in the comment section? Is Russell Wilson the leader? Watch this, y'all. Watch these people that don't know football. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Is Russell Wilson the leader? Maybe and Nick said no. You're a smart man. And Shag said, yes, sir. Then what makes him a leader? Don't say because he won a Super Bowl and he wins. How does he command his team? What characteristics and behaviors? Don't give me this general stuff. I want you to list what characteristics and behaviors do you see from Russell Wilson that makes him a leader? Well, he does this, TD. I want to hear it. Watch this. I bet you people get hush mouth or say something that's just ridiculous. He leads by example. Can you give me the characteristics? Can you give me the characteristics of how he leads by example? You see how people throw general terms out? He leads by example. What the hell does that mean? What does he do that show you he leads by example? Watch this, y'all. He played last year on a bad knee. That makes you a leader because you played on a bad knee. Do you see what I'm talking about, y'all? You see what I'm talking about? People don't even know what a leader is. People don't even know what a leader is. They got that textbook leadership. That's their definition. A leader is somebody who leads by example. You can't use the word in the definition. You can't use the word in the definition. Someone who leads by example. No, you can't use the word in the definition because you're still not defining it. A leader is someone who can enlist the aid of others to accomplish a common task. A leader is someone who can enlist the aid of others to accomplish a common task. When Russell Wilson won that Super Bowl, he wasn't leading them. Now, I can tell you about 2 or 3 people on that defense who was a leader. I can tell you a running back he had who was a leader. I can show you some other people who were leaders. Russell Wilson goes in that building and does his job. And Tannehill does not do that either. You are correct, Nick. You see that, y'all? You see that? Do you see that? But my whole point in all that is, people always talk about Tannehill is not a leader of men. But you don't even know what a leader is, though. I'm not saying you were wrong that he's not a leader of men. But you throwing that out there because you're hearing it from other people and you don't even know what the characteristics of a leader are. Because you'll name 10 quarterbacks in this NFL where he's a leader, listen, I'll be honest with you. In this NFL, you probably got 4 quarterbacks as leaders. 4. Some of y'all mistake the fact that some of them play so well that they leaders. You think leader? Do you think Patrick Mahomes is a leader? Because I need some of y'all to stop taking victories and stats of being a leader. Take it out. Patrick Mahomes ain't no freaking leader. What you talking about? That man sit back there, drinking his lemonade, throwing balls all day. I don't even see him talking or communicating to his players. Bad. He just look and be like, breathe, break. At the best player that they got and be like and coaching them. Are doing in-game coaching with players and everything. Leaders are even challenging coaches. Leaders are vocal. Leaders are making sure that everything around them is improving at all times. Crazy, man. So TD, how's the weather holding? How's the weather? I think you meant weather. Man, it's rainy out here today, man. Our last great leader was Jason Taylor. I'd agree with that. Jason Taylor, Zach Thomas. See, these are the guys I'm talking about. Even Cam Wake shows some leadership qualities. I just want to see him more vocal on the field with the defense. Yeah, man, y'all living in, y'all better stop, man. My whole thing is y'all better stop living in this media world, man. Living in this media world. Living in this media world, man. Stop, man. Start studying football. Understanding football, man. Stop just going after these big names. Please, man. Well, and I'm gonna give y'all an example, y'all. Watch this. Who's a better wide receiver, y'all? Antonio Brown or A. Thielen from Minnesota? I want y'all to answer that in the comment section. Who is the better receiver? Antonio Brown or A. Thielen? Y'all already know. I know what y'all gonna say. I'm shocked, Neil. I'm shocked. I'm shocked some of y'all recognize who the better receiver is. Thielen is way better than Brown. Brown ain't better on no skill base either. He ain't better on skill base either. That's another thing. You know, most of y'all are so stuck in the media with these general terms. Y'all think Brown got skill because he got speed? Y'all think speed is the only thing? Do you see how Thielen be coming out of his breaks? Do you see how Thielen also has some speed? Thielen, I ain't seen a route runner like Thielen in a long time. Like literally. The receivers that get themselves open. And I'm not talking about from making contact and speed. I'm talking about just pure route running. Thielen don't get open from speed. That man know how to run routes. He knows the route tree and he runs it with perfection. He runs it with perfection. Antonio Brown is just fast as hell. So he either blows past you or you respect him so much that you play so far back that he comes back on comeback routes and he's always open. There is a difference. I would take one Thielen over 3 Antonio Browns. And I don't mean that, but y'all get my point. So y'all know I'll take 3 Antonio Browns any day. But man, and some of y'all don't even know nothing about Thielen. You just know the Dolphins played him. But go look at when the Dolphins played him and what he was doing out secondary. Antonio Brown is the best route runner in the game. I have no comment for you, bro. He ain't no better route runner than old Thielen, man. He's just not. You probably don't even watch Thielen enough to even know that. Look, man, Thielen be in the end zone wide open, not from speed, but from the move he put on somebody's 8 yards in the route. I done seen this man run routes look like he going to the sideline, and he already 30 yards down the field in the end zone, and the defender think he headed to the sideline. He make defensive players do 360s, turning in circles. A real route runner, man. Now you want to talk about trading for somebody? You want to talk about going to get somebody? Man, boy, I take, man, that'll be the first one. TD will be like, hey, yep, reach, give up the farm. For that talent. But you are underestimating Brown's skill. Oh my gosh. Brown is the top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. How am I underrating his skill? I'm comparing him with one player. Ain't nothing to underrate. If you want to go on a scale of 1 to 10, let me say that Brown is a 10 so that you don't feel like I'm underestimating him. He is a 10. But I promise you, Thielen breaks the barrier. Breaks the barrier. Every route that man run is flawless. And when I say every route he run is flawless, what I mean by that is, oh my gosh, the defender is just done when the ball snaps. That man is a wide receiver. Y'all just get caught up on these big names like Antonio Brown. Go watch Antonio Brown film. Go watch when he putting in work. You gonna notice Antonio Brown blowing past zone coverages and stuff. Man-to-man with safety help, Antonio Brown, the only thing I see that he's successful in is 15-yard dig routes in the middle of the field. But Thielen? No, sir. That man is a threat for any and everything that happens on that field. And he's 25. You right. And he's young. Antonio Brown is not better than Thielen. On a ranking, of course they're going to rank Antonio Brown higher. You know why? Because he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's done been there, done that. Some will say tried and true. And all you people that don't know football, that all you do is pay attention to the mainstream media, you see Antonio Brown at the top of the list at all times. Because of his celebrity. Because of his speed. But if you really want to get into it, real route runners, real wide receivers, man, if you know football, you know Thielen is better than Antonio Brown. But y'all say I'm disrespecting Antonio Brown. No. Look at his numbers, dude. And he is younger. That's right. Look at whose numbers, M. Dolphin fan. Look at whose numbers. Look at whose numbers. You are out of your mind, dude. I'm sure I'm out of my mind. Yeah, I know. What do you know about Thielen? You probably know everything there is to know about Antonio Brown, but probably ain't watched Thielen more than 2 games this season. Come on, man. Brown has been at the top for years, and you're already saying Thielen is better. Right now, Thielen is better, and right now, Thielen is better than Antonio Brown on his best year. Yes, Antonio Brown has done it longer. Who's the better player all time? Antonio Brown. Because I respect what you're saying. I am a person who looks for longevity. I agree. That's just like saying, was Patrick Mahomes better than Tom Brady this year? Hell yeah, he was. But who's the better quarterback? Tom Brady. A. Thielen killed Antonio Brown this year, and you put A. Thielen's year this year against anyone Antonio Brown's year, Antonio Brown ain't ready. But who's the better receiver? Antonio Brown, because he's done it longer, tried and true. A. Thielen may not show up another year in his career. That's why Antonio Brown is better as far as a career standpoint. So you're right, but I am too. Antonio Brown is the better receiver based off of longevity. But as far if you take this year and A. Thielen's skill, he is leaps better than Antonio Brown as far as the receiver position. I'm just talking about pure route running. So let me help all y'all who love to argue with me. Let me help y'all out. Antonio Brown, from a career standpoint, is way better than A. Thielen because Antonio Brown has done it consistently for a long period of time. Same argument I have with Mahomes. Brady is way better than Mahomes because he's done it consistently for a long amount of time. But I always say, let's see these players do it longevity. But the difference with Mahomes' situation is I haven't seen Mahomes in a pressure situation and when with the ball. But Thielen, it don't matter what situation you're in. He's better than your best player any day, every day. Period. Ain't nobody locking that man down at all. Period. Period. At all. Ain't happening. The man is unstoppable, cannot be touched. And I'm not talking about just from some deep threat standpoint. Y'all fall in love with these deep threat guys. I'm talking about everything on the route.